Thank you so much for coming. This is 50 and over, and I have Terri Griffin here today. She's just a fantastic human being. I met her last year in the master's program. We're doing the master's program together, and Terri rocks. She rocks. Hi, Terri.
Hi, Dina. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for coming.
And thank you for having me.
I mean, it wasn't even a question. I got Deb Peevler the first, and the second one, I had every intention on getting you. How long have I been asking you? For a couple of weeks now.
Yep.
For sure, for sure.
Yes.
I could not think of anyone else. Because Terri, she's, if I can say your age, she's 64 years old, and she's, living her dream. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, Terri. What your background, where you come from.
I am a native of Columbus, Ohio. I've been here in California in December. It'll be 35 years. I came here, for one, I hate the cold, and two, I wanted to get into photography and filmmaking. So California, Hollywood is the best place to do that. I got interested in photography in my last year of high school. The football coach actually was a photographer, did wedding photography on the side.
And what year was this?
1973.
1973, rock and roll.
And so he decided to teach a basic black and white photography class.
Wow.
He taught us to make pinhole box cameras, and I was amazed that they actually took pictures. Then he taught us to do basic...
You actually made the entire camera?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Wow.
And then he taught us to do basic black and white printing. And if anyone that's been in the dark room, when you immerse the photographic paper into the chemicals, the picture appears like magic. And I was like hooked, and I've been hooked ever since.
Wow.
And so over the years, I've been a freelance photographer. I've done weddings, portraits, special events, but my passion is travel. And I've had the opportunity to travel all over the world. I've been to Ghana, I've been to Israel, I've been to Kenya, I've been to Jamaica.
Wow.
And just, utilizing the gift that God gave me. Also, I worked at Caltech in the solar astronomy lab.
Wow.
Where they...
What the heck do you do there?
Well, they document the sun. It used to be at Big Bear, from sun up to sundown on 7 different telescopes. And they would send the rolls to me, black and white film, in 500-foot rolls. I would splice them together to make a 1,000-foot roll, and then put them on a printer called a DP printer, which transferred 35 millimeter to 16 millimeter. And then the scientists would watch the sun in motion, and then they would order prints or slides or whatever. So I pretty much managed the solar astronomy lab.
Wow.
After that, I got...
And when was that?
That was in, I worked there from 89 to 91.
Fantastic.
And then after that, I went to JPL, which I worked in the imaging lab there. And all the images that came from the spacecraft, like Galileo and things like that, Ceres, we would print them for the public. We documented as they would make the spacecraft. So.
Wow.
And then after that, like once I got laid off from there, I just freelanced pretty much.
Wow.
Yes.
Specialized in weddings.
Specialized in weddings, portraits, special events, did a little bit of red carpet.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to go back to school now?
Last year I graduated with my bachelor's degree, and I've always wanted to do films. So I started looking into master programs, and I found out that Mount St. Mary had a really great program. So I decided to, go for, to, just improve my filmmaking and
And you actually won a scholarship for a documentary that you did. You won a documentary, actually it was Cinema One production, and you and I did a documentary, but you won a scholarship from Nike.
Right, Nikon, yes.
Nikon.
From Nikon. It was a Nikon storytelling scholarship. And basically, our instructor, Mary, sends out grants and scholarships, so I decided to apply. And the first part I had to submit my resume, my transcripts, a letter of recommendation. I had to do a 500-word essay on Change for Tomorrow. And then once I became the semifinal, that's when I submitted the documentary that I produced in Cinema Production 2 with Sherry.
Wow, fantastic.
Yes.
And then what did you win? What did they?
I actually, out of 1,000 people, they picked 10 recipients to receive a $10,000 scholarship.
$10,000 scholarship. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
Terri.
a blessing. Yeah, it is.
Wow, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And I did see the documentary, and it's on a pioneer.
It's a photographer that was a photographer in the 60s, a black photographer in the 60s. His name is Al Fernard. And I
actually saw his work.
I actually met his daughter through my cousin, and he passed in 2020 and 2018, and she decided to go in the darkroom, and so she wanted someone that she knew that had darkroom experience, so she asked me to help her. And once I saw his work, I was like, I want to do a documentary on this man because everybody should know about him. And even in my essay, I said Change for Tomorrow, even though he was a photographer in the 60s, generations of today, everybody should know about him. And
of course.
Yeah, and so his work is really great. And also, he started a group called the Kamunge Group, and it was for 13 black men and one woman in the 60s. They weren't allowed to exhibit their work, so they started this group so that they could do it on their own. And so now there's probably like 7 or 8 of them left, and their work and his work just left the Grove, the Solar Nation exhibit, which is traveling all over the country.
Yeah, it was at the Broad. I saw it at the Broad. It blew my mind.
Yes.
It blew my mind. It was amazing.
Yes.
The artwork, I mean, it far exceeded everything else in the whole museum.
Right. So
what do you have there? She has some photos.
I have a few photos.
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to. It's been a blessing to be able to do my passion. This is a dance event that I shot probably about 15 years ago.
Beautiful work.
This dance group is called the Quran Dance Company, and I was actually shooting film then. And so I had to shoot with Tri-X, and I had to push it to like 3,200. And because they were doing mood lighting, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get anything, but this is what I got.
Wow.
This shot here is a picture. I shot this when I went to Kenya. I went to Kenya to document some mission work. A gentleman was trying to open up a clinic and a home for kids whose parents had died of HIV and AIDS.
Wow.
So I was able to document what they were doing, and they used my work to go around to different places and get donations for their work.
Wow. That's beautiful. My goodness.
This shot is of Rosa Parks.
Wow. Epic.
I used to go to a church called Church of the Harvest in LA, and she actually stopped there to see the pastor, and she was sitting in his office, and while she was sitting there, I basically was like, you're a living legend. I would love to photograph you and put you in my portfolio. So she allowed me to do that, and so that's where this shot came from.
My goodness, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing, Terri. Absolutely amazing. So, what's for 2020? What are we doing? Girl? Tell me what you're doing.
Well, I'm continuing to work on my documentary about Al Fernard. My thesis, I'm gonna expand it to work on the whole him and the Kamunge group. And I'm believing that I'll be able to go to New York and interview some of the other artists, photographers that was a part of that group to make the documentary longer. I would love to put it in.
What's their names?
One was Al Edgar Cowan.
Yeah.
That was the one I was telling you about. That's from Columbus. He's the first black photographer to work on the movie sets. He actually studied under Gordon Parks, and he's the first black man to graduate from Howard University with a degree in photography. There's a couple other
black man.
Yes. Matter of fact, when he showed up for the movie set, they thought that he was a janitor instead of a photographer.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So,
but you know.
It wasn't.
Right.
Guess what? He wasn't the photographer. He wasn't the janitor.
Right.
He was the photographer.
And he's 80 years old now.
Wow.
And still taking pictures.
Oh
so,
my
right.
God. His portfolio, must be priceless.
Right.
He's in New York?
He's in New York.
Or the trip he's living in Manhattan?
I'm not sure
Right.
where exactly.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then
Wow.
the rest of them, some of them, one of them, you know, has been a great jazz photographer. And then a couple of, so I have to, you know, do more research.
Yeah, of course.
And find
it's
out.
a lot of work.
Yeah, and then so also, you know, it's my heart's desire to like enter film festivals and just get the documentary out there.
I'm sure you'll have, if Nikon, you know what I mean?
Right.
Says, hey, here's 10 grand. I can only imagine what the documentary film festival
And
is.
it's interesting because I always wanted, as a photographer, I always wanted to enter their contest and never did. And then finally last year I did. And so it's kind of like full circle, you know.
Do you find that with age that you get more brave and you say, you know what I mean?
Right. You're just going to go for it.
You're going to go for it.
Yep. And so I'm living my dream. I'm living my best life.
Wow, Terri.
And I'm excited at the opportunities that are going to be open in 2020.
It's just thrilling.
Yep.
It's just thrilling. Terri, thank you so much, honey.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
Anything else? I didn't want to make it about a kid. She's got a wonderful family.
Yeah, I have 2 daughters,
Yeah.
7 grandkids, and 1 great grandson.
All right.
And
So
I'm grateful to be able to be here to see you.
God bless, honey.
God bless you.
God bless
Okay.
you. Thank
All
you
right.
so much,
Cool.
Terri.
Uh-huh.
Love it.